Not happening to you, right? Oh, fucking Christ, they called me back again. Fucking stupid shits. I don't know why the fuck they do this
You've
to
reached
themselves.
the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. Para español, marque el número 2 to talk to the Veterans Crisis Line. Your call is now being transferred to the Veterans Crisis Line. Your call will be recorded. Your call may be monitored for quality assurance purposes. During the silent transfer, you may hear beeps. Please stay on the line as your call is transferred to the next available VCL responder. Crisis Line, this is Charlie speaking. How may I assist you?
Well, Charlie, you can help me get assisted suicide legal since it's obvious that your 988 assisted suicide line here is only interested in pushing people to commit suicide instead of actually helping victims. That is awful sweet of all of you, and I want to thank you very much for joining an organization that pushes victims to commit suicide. I want to thank you very much for giving us numbers to other places that will blow us off. Do what?
I'm having difficulty understanding what you're saying. You spoke to someone on the crisis line and you feel like they tried to push you to commit suicide?
All of them do.
What do you mean by asking you about suicide?
When we're being abused and we are pawned off onto sites like yours, onto numbers like yours, and they don't care about the abuse that we're going through, that's hurtful.
Who are you talking about, we? Who are you talking about?
Well, you do work for 988, don't you?
I work for the Veterans Crisis Line. Are you a veteran?
That depends. A veteran of what? War? Absolutely. I've seen more bodies than you have, guaranteed.
Okay, are you a veteran from the United States military? Any branch of the military?
Nope.
Okay, so how can I help you tonight? Because I don't have anything to do with the other 988. I work for the Veterans Crisis Line.
Yeah, I'm well aware. I've called both 988s. And I've been disrespected by both, and I've been calling a good bit tonight, disrespecting y'all. Because see, while you guys were busy for the last...
That's not appropriate.
While you guys have been busy...
That's not appropriate.
What's not appropriate? For me to tell the truth?
You did. Well, I mean, I understand you have a complaint. If you have a complaint, I can formally file a complaint for you. But calling and disrespecting people that are only here trying to help,
they're not trying to help.
I wouldn't call your
That's the thing, is that I called you. See, you're jumping to conclusions and making assumptions and talking over the victim. You're talking over the victim. How respectful is that?
You're not talking about being victimized. You're talking
I am. You know what? Go fuck yourself, you stupid cunt. I absolutely am talking about being victimized. But she didn't want to fucking hear it. She couldn't get off her fucking pretty princess goddamn podium. Let's call these pieces of shit again.
We're unable to complete your call. To speak to a customer service representative, please hang. Suicide and Crisis Lifeline.
Para español, marque el número 2. To talk to the Veterans Crisis Line, press 1. To connect to support for LGBTQI+. Your call is now being transferred to the Veterans Crisis Line. Your call will be recorded. Your call may be monitored for quality assurance purposes. During the silent transfer, you may hear beeps. Please stay on the line as your call is transferred to the next available VCL responder. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Thank you for... Hi, yes. Thank you for contacting the Veteran Military Crisis Line. My name is Felicia. How may I help you today, please?
Oh my God. Are there any men that work there? Are there any men that work there?
I can check. I'm not sure. May I have your name?
I would really feel more comfortable talking to a man because I'm sick and tired of women treating me like everything I say is mansplaining. I'm not retarded. I would like to speak to someone who might talk to me like I'm a human being instead of talk at me like I'm a retard.
Okay, I'm so sorry about your
I
experience.
don't want to hear about your sorries.
Okay. Okay. All right, let me see if I can get a supervisor available, okay?
Oh, like the last time they got a supervisor and it ended up not being a supervisor, it ended up being me transferred to another line because the lady who was bullshitting me didn't want to get in trouble for not doing her job or for bullying a victim of violent crimes.
No, I'm not trying to bully you, sir.
I'm not talking about you.
Okay. May I ask, you were saying that you were a victim of violent crimes. Is that why you prefer to speak to a male?
No, the reason that I prefer to speak to a male is because I'm sick and tired of the pretty princess attitude out of American women from 988 specifically and 211 specifically and go to the hospital specifically. Everywhere I go, I get treated like I'm mansplaining. My abuse is not mansplaining. I don't like walking across the parking lot and getting stared at like I'm a perv because I'm not rich and I'm not good looking. You know, that feels horrible. It feels horrible. When you are gawked at like that, with the most disgusting looks on people's faces, and you're not even allowed to acknowledge it, you just have to keep on walking. Because if you glance up for one moment, then you must be rapey. Do y'all stop to consider what it's like for men in this country? Men are taught to protect you. That's what we're taught from the day that we're born. While you are taught from the day that you're born how to manipulate that. I'm tired of being abused by men and women. I'm tired of being bullied by the police when I try to turn in crimes. I'm tired of them taking advantage of my disabilities. I'm tired of them sending me on an endless loop of people that are supposed to help us. And they all tell us it's the police's job and everything hinges on the police. So when the police don't care, you don't care. And then there's the gender inequality. All of our money goes to helping women. All of it.
And so tonight, though, you make very valid quotes and examples of disparities. Can you tell me tonight what you're experiencing right now?
Yeah, I'm experiencing long-term abuse by mandated reporters. That's what I'm experiencing. Let me tell you something. 988 is Suicide Lifeline, right? Well, you guys asked the same questions as 211. The same exact ones. The same exact questions as Tillamook Family Counseling Center. The same exact questions as CARE. The same exact questions. It's always the same. Are you thinking about hurting yourself or others? Have you tried housing? Have you tried 211? Did you know that there's more than one 988? You can try one of the other ones. Yeah, that's how I ended up with Veterans Crisis Line. I'm not a veteran. I'm an autistic adult who's being victimized by the system. When people threaten to kill me and my friends and family, I should never have been pawned into therapy. I never should have been pawned off to therapists or 988 or suicide hotline or 211. I was stalked by heroin addicts. And then one of them got her stupid head blown off. And you know why she got her stupid head blown off? Because for over a year, when I tried to call and tell people how harmful these people were being, how much they were hurting me, law enforcement told me I just needed to man up, that they had real police work to do, that I needed to get a hold of suicide hotline, that I needed to go to a therapist, that I needed to jump through this hoop and that hoop. You know what happens when someone calls you because they were pawned off by the police onto all these other agencies, and then all you do is push the suicide thing? When someone is so desperate for help, and they're being pawned off on you guys because cops don't want to do their jobs. And every time they call you, what you want to listen to, what you want to know about, is whether or not they're trying to kill themselves or others. You don't care about people who are trying to kill them, threatening to kill them, harassing them. The police should have done their jobs to begin with, instead of forcing me through now 7 years of abuse that supposedly, if I go through all of this abuse by mandated reporters, supposedly somebody is supposed to help me to put a stop to abuse instead of taking advantage of my disabilities. Oh my God, that is a lot of pus.
So I heard you say that you actually suffer from autism?
I don't suffer from autism. Autism is a gift. It's
Okay.
wonderful. I suffer from PTSD. I suffer from people's cruelty, which is what PTSD comes from. Too many corpses, just too many bodies.
And 7 years is a long time to have been going through this. And I know you said everybody it's pushes off suicide, but is that something that you have battled with tonight, experiencing suicide?
Man, please,
because
can
of
we
your
not redirect it to that?
abuse?
This is why I'd like to talk to a man. You know what a woman does when you tell her no? Depends on the woman. Do you know what a man does when you tell him no? Depends on the man. That's not how men are treated. Women choose who they date. Women choose who they say yes to. The ball is in the women's court. And when women end up with shitty relationship after shitty relationship and want to blame all men, most of us were never a second thought in anybody's mind. You know how many people I've raped in my lifetime? 0. You know how many times I've had sex in my life? Twice. And it was gross both times. I've never raped anybody. I've never killed anybody. I have never abused any kids, but that doesn't matter. What matters is that I have a penis and I am to blame for everything that happens. The police, they don't want to deal with homeless people. They just assume we're all crackheads and treat us all like crackheads. They pawn us off on you guys because you guys are going to tell us we should go to the police. The police will just send us right back to you guys, and you'll send us right back to the police.
No, you shouldn't go to the police if you're not reporting something significant. Mental health is not why I wouldn't tell you just go to the police.
This isn't mental health. That's the problem. This isn't mental health. Okay? Abuse is not a mental health issue.
Okay. Well, we do have specific departments for abuse, depending on what type of abuse. If it's domestic violence, we have the domestic violence hotline. If it is sexual assault, we have the sexual assault national hotline. So there are specific departments nationally that assist with giving the type of support to a person that feels that they've been victimized to help them get help and heal.
No. Someone who has been victimized. When someone has been raped and they tell you that they've been raped, the last thing they need to hear from you is that they feel like they might have been raped.
You're absolutely correct.
I used to protect people from this. All right. I used to protect people from predators before I hurt my back. All right. I did what 988 Lifeline is supposed to do, what all of these places are supposed to do. Help the victim to stop the abuse. Help the victim to turn it in safely. There are certain people that are just going to get talked over. Everyone can capitalize off of the mentally ill tag. I don't hardly sleep ever because of having to keep one eye open because of predators. And that is literally how it is out here on the streets. Nobody cares that I don't do drugs. What they care about is that I'm homeless, so I must be a druggie. I'm having to deal with some of the worst things. Every time that they pass special rights laws to make it okay or make it not okay to be racist towards black people, the homeless end up getting it a lot worse. Whenever they make more stuff to make it special for women, the homeless get it a lot worse. When they make special rights for Hispanic people and for immigrants, it gets worse for the homeless. And you know what the worst part about that is? We got black people that are homeless. We got immigrants that are homeless. We got women that are homeless. We got Hispanic people that are homeless. We got people of every race, every color, every religion that are homeless. People that are supposed to have special rights, because we give black people all these special rights and we give women all these special rights. No, we don't. We give them special rights on paper. In reality, we set them up for failure. If the police don't want to do their jobs, they pawn us off on mental health. It's just assumed that a male is guilty, despite the fact that women show far more narcissistic tendencies. I get bullied from women because they have to wear makeup. I've never forced a woman to wear makeup. I've never asked a woman to wear makeup. I always thought it was funny when women wore makeup. I never found it attractive, but that doesn't mean other people don't find it attractive. I don't go bullying them for having their preferences unless they're into children. And in that particular case, that's where I draw the line. But nobody cares about that either. I have evidence of threats against my sister's life and her daughter's life. And here I am talking to 988.
Have you shared the threat with your sister?
My sister got a hold of me to let me know she was being threatened. She let me know that the cops followed her after we tried to turn them in. And that a guy from Colorado threatened to kill her and my niece.
And your sister actually reported it herself?
She reported it to me. You really think she's going to turn in the police to the police? You really think that's a good idea?
Yeah.
Yeah? Because I've tried that. It results in retaliation. It results in false arrests. It results in them bullying you. And when you're homeless, it results in them going around and accusing you of the worst sins you can commit on a street. So I was in Skid Row 2 years ago, visiting an alcoholic lady who promised she was going to help me. But when I got off the bus in the Los Angeles station, she was busy showing that she was full of shit about her empty promises. And I had people coming up to me and telling me that they caught a child molester out there. And since the cops won't do anything, they chopped him up into pieces and stuffed him down the storm drain. Where are you living at? You got a nice house? You got a nice dog? You got a nice warm bed? You got a heater? You got family you can go to when you need someone to lean on? When your life is threatening, people are threatening to kill your friends and family? You got somebody that can help you turn it in? Or are you one of them people that has to call 988 and pretend like they care?
Can you tell me how can you be? What is your concern tonight? Are you currently at risk right now being assaulted?
Ma'am, I'm always at risk. I had to endure 3 more hate crimes tonight just while I was trying to talk to 988 over 2 hours ago. And no, I can't call 911. I'll be arrested. They'll tell me there's nothing wrong. They won't look at my channel. They won't listen to anything. They'll tell me that they tried to help me by sending me to 988. Or tried to help me by sending me to TFCC, who refused to do their job. Or they tried to help me by sending me to Northwest Senior and Disability Services, who also refused to do their job. They pretend that disabled... Do what?
Where are you at right now?
Tillamook, Oregon.
And are you in a vehicle right now?
Ma'am, law enforcement here in Tillamook has harmed me. They had me arrested for trying to turn them in.
Are you able to hear me right now? I'm just trying to assess your current situation at this moment.
My current situation is that I can barely walk.
Are you in? Okay. Are you in a vehicle right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Is anybody else in the car with you?
No, ma'am. I try to make sure there's no room for other people in my vehicle.
Okay. All right. So right now, if you have the doors locked right now, technically you're physically in a place where there's no one around you right now.
No. I'm stuck in a parking lot that I'm not even allowed to be at night. None of us are. We got 2 police officers flagging each other for some reason.
But right now, the police has not stopped you right now. You're in your car. Are you able to, if I look up and see if we have any, are you wanting to go to a homeless shelter?
Ma'am, who said anything about a homeless shelter?
I said, are you wanting? I'm asking you.
That's off topic, first of all, and second of all, there are none. We don't have any actual homeless shelters here. So you guys seem to think that looking stuff up on a computer is going to give you more knowledge of the situations and the places to call and go to around here than somebody who lives here. I didn't even want to live here. I hate this racist redneck town. I hate all the people around here calling me the N-word. I hate it.
May I add, you mentioned your sister. seems like she called you. You have a relationship with her.
No,
Are you
no,
able
I
to talk
don't.
to your sister's help?
No, I see. That's the thing, is that you're just going to go through and you're going to go through the same goddamn checklist everyone else does. You just try to go about it a
No.
different way. It's always the same questions. No, I have no support network. And now that you know that, and you know that I'm homeless, and you know that I've tried the police and they pawned me off on you, this is the part where you say you're sorry that you can't do anything, and that you're going to try to send me to some services, and you're going to give me some numbers that I already have, that I've called dozens of times, and I'm going to have the same conversation with them as I am with you.
No, I'm not going to do any of that because, like you said, I've actually worked with the homeless before for years, and you're correct. Sometimes the beds are full. That's just the part of it. That's the reality of it. I'm not going to give you a false perception that there's
It's
a bed
not
for every
just that the
single
beds
homeless
are
person in
full,
the
it's
world.
that there aren't,
Yeah,
in places like this, there are
sometimes
no beds. In Boulder, Colorado, there was
sometimes in
122
rural
beds and
areas,
4,000.
you're correct. Sometimes there are no beds available, and
Sometimes there are no beds at all. Sometimes there are no homeless
correct,
shelters.
correct, absolutely, it is. It is.
I was the
And so
homeless
you said you've
liaison
been
in Boulder, Colorado for 7 years. I walked people to the
right.
warm-in centers. I walked them to the homeless shelter. I knew where all of that was. I knew where the Social Security office was, so I could walk people there. I also explained to
Yeah.
everybody, hey, I will go there with you because you will be denied if you go in alone. They will talk over you, and they might
So
not even let you walk out of there with paperwork. But if I go in
what's
there with
keeping
you,
you to stay in that area? What's keeping you to stay in this area where there's no resources?
ma'am, I am disabled. I am victimized everywhere that I go. It takes money to get yourself established. All right. It takes time to do that when people are constantly ripping you off. And when you are bullied by mandated reporters, they're told you that you have to become a resident. See, that's the thing, is that I keep getting taken advantage of, not because I'm retarded, but because I am in a desperate situation.
And where do you have residency at?
Ma'am, I live in Tillamook, and I have a Tillamook P.O. box. That's what I have to work
Oh,
with.
okay.
And no, not okay. It's not okay that I was bullied into giving up everything that I had, forced to jump through a
Yeah,
bunch of expensive hoops with empty promises of
don't
help.
assume or
See, you're
put
not hearing me.
don't assume or put my things in my mouth. I just said okay that you have a PO box. I did not say everything that
I
you went
wasn't
through was
putting
okay.
words in your mouth. I was trying to explain the situation, but you wouldn't shut up
You
and get off your pretty princess box.
no, you've told me
I'm not trying to
the abuse
fucking
you've gone through.
mansplain shit to you. I'm trying to tell you my experience and what I'm going through. Can we
I
please do that
understand that.
instead of me being talked over?
I do understand what you're saying, and I did listen to you. You said that you've told me the abuse you've endured. You said it quite a few times about the abuse you've experienced.
See, this is how my best friend ended up getting her brains blown out. Every mandated reporter I talked to sent me round in circles.
No, I'm not sending you around in circle. I'm trying to give you the resource. But you said your best friend had her brains blown out.
Yeah, Joseph Michael Lopez stuck a 9mm Glock 19 up to her head and pulled the trigger. It happens. I mean, that's no big deal, actually. That's actually the best thing that ever happened to her.
You see death as a positive thing?
In her case, yes.
Have
You
you
have no
ever attempted
idea.
to kill yourself?
You have no idea the hell that she lived through. The number of times that her dad raped her, molested her, forced her to sell drugs. He made her have sex with people because he owed them money for drugs. Then there's all these men in her life that pretended like they cared about her. She had a boss, right? Who was a family friend. He had kids and a wife. He fired her because she wouldn't have sex with him.
Have you ever attempted to end your life because you thought
See,
life
that's
was
the
better?
thing, is that you're not hearing what I'm saying. You're trying to get stuck on that same suicide thing. The same exact thing that I keep telling you is so wrong with what you people do.
I'm not stuck. I heard what you said. I've worked with her population, sexual assault, substance abuse, and sexually abused, trafficked women before, and then
Well,
I've
I'm
worked
one
with
of
the
those
homeless.
men. I am one of those men.
Yes, I've worked with them for 7 years in the jail, and once they got out. So yes, I'm familiar. I never sent any of them to a crisis line.
In order to stop abuse, once you have the label of mentally ill on your head, literally the only way to stop it is to find someone like Joseph Michael Lopez to be your angel of mercy. What that man did,
Do you consider suicide or murder angel of mercy?
it wasn't murder. She asked him to do it.
He still committed murder.
No, he didn't. He helped her end her pain. No matter how much I hate the fact that she's dead, I understand why she did it.
And so, even though you understand why she did it, have you yourself had thoughts of suicide in the past?
You know, there's something to be said about calling up suicide hotline and their protocols end up pushing people to suicide. But you know, we're just going to keep coming around to that part, aren't we? I know the questions you're trying to ask. You know, we could just...
No, your statements are very concerning. You're saying that death...
Your assumptions and reinterpretations.
Murder is helping.
No. Her pain is gone. She will never be raped again. Ever. No one will ever rape her again. You don't see that as a good thing? None of these boys will ever get to touch her again. She will never Jones for another fucking hit of heroin ever again.
And yet
She got lucky. That's what she got. See, what you don't understand is that when people come to you because they're being abused, just like Natalie did. That's right, Natalie reached out for help too. And she was a pretty white girl. Holy shit, you'd think that she'd been given up and served up the whole world on a silver platter. Oh, goddamn, them white girls get everything, don't they? Yeah, no, she didn't. This fucking racist bullshit is killing all my friends. And all this LGBT bullshit is killing all my friends. And then we got the media painting me as some sort of super psycho serial killer rapist. You know who raped Natalie?
I don't want to paint you as anything that you
I'm not.
don't know.
This is not about you. This is not about you.
Would you just help me to only focus on how you're doing tonight?
See, there's the reality of it. This is why the police send us to you instead of doing their jobs. Because this is all you're going to do.
This is not a therapy line. This is not. We do not process your entire life.
I'm not trying to process my entire life. I'm trying to get a stop put to abuse, long-term abuse, over the death of Natalie Bollinger. And you know what? Whether it was considered murder or not, the fact remains that he ended her pain. He took her away from a world that only hurts people. I'm not the person I was 6 years ago.
I'm just asking you, how can we assist you tonight, sir?
You can understand that I'm not trying to tell you my whole life story. And you can transfer me to a man who won't talk over me anymore. He'll probably talk over me, but he'll at least talk over me for different reasons.
Okay, no problem. Let me see if one is available with the lifeline. Hold on 1 second.
Hello?
Sir? Yes, unfortunately, I was unable to locate a mail for you. I do have the lifeline for civilians available, and she may be able to assist you with more resources for your area, okay?
I don't need phone numbers. See, why do you keep pushing phone numbers like crack?
Okay, well, I'd be happy to speak with you. My name is Kendra. May I start with your name?
Holy shit, what is with all these women who want to talk? Do any of you know how to listen? I'm tired of this sexist bullshit.
Okay, like I said, I'd be happy to listen to you.
Yeah, I dealt with you guys first. The mean things that I have to say to you guys, I can't say publicly, and I can't say in a nice voice.
Okay, well, I'd be happy to have a conversation with you and see how we can support you in our calls today, okay?
All you do is ask if I'm suicidal. That's it. You don't care about the abuse that I'm going through. And your resources is to send me a phone number to someone who's going to send me to another phone number.
Okay, well, I hear that you're frustrated with the system. How can we best support you in our call for this moment?
Well, you could try transferring me to a man.
Okay, I'm not able to do that. But what I'd do is I'd be happy to talk with you and try to support you on our call right now.
How are you going to support me? By giving me phone numbers and badgering me about being suicidal?
So as I stated, I'd be happy to listen to what brings you to reach out. If you're wanting to talk and have that additional support, I'd be happy to do that.
Ma'am, I wasn't okay with being transferred to you guys to begin with. Not after all the crimes that are committed by your channel, or by your organization, by your business.
Okay. So help me understand what you're hoping to get from this call right now, or would you rather give us a call again another day?
Ma'am, it doesn't matter what I was hoping for anything. That obviously is blatant for everyone to see. It doesn't matter what I want. It doesn't matter what I need. What matters is that I'm going to get talked over, and it's going to be about wanting to know if I'm trying to hurt myself or others. This is what the fuck is wrong with this system, all right? Homeless people are pawned off onto you assholes for you guys to pretend you can't do shit and send us in fucking circles sending to us to each other.
Very abusive. I am going to terminate the call. But
Go fuck yourself.
Para español, marque el número 2. To talk to the Veterans Crisis Line, press 1. To connect to support for LGBTQI+ youth and young adults. Your call is now being transferred to the Veterans Crisis Line. Your call will be recorded. Your call may be monitored for quality assurance purposes. During the silent transfer, you may hear beeps. Please stay on the line as your call is transferred to the next available VCL responder.
to Military Crisis Line. How may I assist you?
I have no idea why y'all transferred me to that ignorant white girl in Nebraska. That don't make no damn sense.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm not sure what you're referring to.
The lady I was talking to on 988 sent me to the civilian 988.
You were talking to someone with the civilian 988?
Yep.
Didn't have a good time?
Well, I'm not part of the military, and I never was. I'm not eligible for military service. I was in the delayed entry program.
Yeah, I'm so sorry for your experience. I know it's frustrating.
Yeah, every one of y'all are trained to say that. It's frustrating. I know it's frustrating. I know it's frustrating. Or I understand.
Hey, sir, is there something that I can help you with?
Well, ma'am, it's obvious that you're not going to help me stop abuse. So maybe you could quit doing that horrible job that you're doing. Quit helping the bad guys.
But I'm not sure what abuse you're referring to.
Do you know what happens when a victim of abuse is sent to you guys from the police because they don't want to do their jobs? They just brush us off and pawn us off on you guys. I want you to think
I'm not
about
sure
that.
what happened to you. Are you able to explain so I can understand?
Well, I was explaining, but you started talking because you want to turn it into a goddamn conversation instead of listening. See, this is one of the reasons that I really, truly believe that it is a waste of time for any man to go to a woman for any sort of help. The fact that you work for 988 doesn't change that. I know I'll get talked over by men, but at least it's for different reasons. Men got too much pride, whereas women in the United States, well, while us men are taught that our job is to protect you from the day we're born, y'all are taught how to manipulate that fact from the day that you're born. We don't learn from just our parents telling us stuff. We learn from living in the world. You know how many times I've been called the N-word this week? Or been made fun of for being gay? I've never been gay. I have never been gay. Ever. But I get to hear such hateful words while people try to run me out of town. It's not okay. Of course, I'm the wrong damn color for it to be a hate crime. Apparently. You know, I hated living in Chapel, Nebraska. It was a KKK town. Now I'm in Tillamook. It's a KKK town. Ain't no getting out of it. Ain't no getting away from it. I'm too broke. Don't nobody care about that. They don't care that I am disabled as fuck. If your family was threatened and people were threatening to kill your family and your best friend got her brains blown out and you needed to turn in the criminals who did these things, how happy would you be about being sent to 988 instead of the cops doing their jobs?
I'd be very disappointed. It's not helpful at all. And it doesn't seem like you've had a good experience.
Yeah, the more I get sent to 988, the longer it takes to get something done and the more corpses pop up. I am sick and tired of my loved ones ending up statistics because cops won't give a shit about the homeless. We can't pay them enough to give a shit about the homeless. You know why you guys have to deal with my shitty attitude? Because this is how police deal with the homeless. They pawn us off on you guys and say they didn't do anything wrong.
Right, versus actually helping and providing some type of support.
Do what?
I said versus actually helping you and providing the support that you actually need.
The support that I
I feel like
actually
they're
needed.
passing you on.
When I finally got into housing in Chapel, Nebraska, it would have been nice if, since I was finally in housing, since I finally had a roof over my head, since I finally wasn't homeless, being ripped off all the damn time, it would have been nice if the cops would have done for me what they did for other people in houses. But no, by that point, I was just crazy Sean. That's what people call people who are homeless. Everybody who's homeless chose it. They're crazy because they chose to be homeless. All those homeless people out there, they all got brand new Maseratis. They all got Maserati drop tops or Camaro drop tops. I get to hear all these rumors about how all of us chose it and how all of us get millions of dollars a year panhandling. I'm tired of it. When I first started making these calls, I was a lot more coherent. I was a lot better at being able to articulate what was important. But after years of abuse, it doesn't work no more. It doesn't work trying to get heard. We're all dependent on each other. We're stuck on this rock together. Problem is, I don't have anybody, and I never did. I had people who pretended to be my friends when it was convenient. I'm sick and tired of the bodies, and I'm sick and tired of being blown off. I'm sick and tired of people trying to pretend that pushing me to commit suicide is the same thing as helping me to stop abuse. It's not. When you're sent to mandated reporters and they don't give two shits about you being harmed, they only care if you're willing to kill yourself. Or if you think about hurting others. Well, you know what? That's gross. It's disgusting. I'm tired of
Sorry
being
you haven't
treated
been
like...
able to get that support that you need.
At least you use the word need there. When I tell somebody I was punched in my face and they want to read back to me what they think they wrote down and they tell me, he thinks he was punched in the... No. Thinks denotes that you haven't looked and you don't know. Or that I might be crazy. Well, we're all crazy, just so you know.
Right, and nobody can tell you how you feel or what you've experienced.
But they do anyway. Police talk over me, and then they send me to 988. And then I'm disrespected at 988, and I'm told to jump through a bunch of other hoops. You have no idea how many phone numbers I've been given. Is it anyone's job to actually assist the homeless?
It should be. It definitely should be.
Well, it ain't. I was forced into homelessness by Natalie Bollinger's death. And homeless people are treated like every time I hear black people bitching with BLM, it always occurs to me that it's a racist hate group just like the KKK. I stand up for black people's rights. I don't stand up for racist hate groups. I stand up for white people's rights, but I'm not standing up for racist hate groups. I'm not going to pretend that one victim is more important than another because of their gender, because of their skin color, because of their sexual orientation. But I seem to be the only one. All my resources are gone and I can't get them back. I'm not capable. the resources that I had or because I couldn't take care of myself.
All right, but they haven't been helpful for you. How long have you been homeless?
Which time?
I guess this present time.
A while.
Wow, yeah.
Now, could we, I don't understand why y'all won't fight to help get assisted termination of life legal. I don't get why you guys can't just do that.
Yeah, that's not in our power to do that. Is that what you're hoping for? Hello, are you still there?
Yeah.
Do you mind sharing your name?
Yes, I do mind sharing my name this time.
Okay. No problem at all. Are you having any thoughts of suicide?
See, that's the thing. 988 doesn't care about predators. They care about harming the prey. You do realize that that's a trick question, right? And you do realize how it's used against victims, right? You realize how if they don't answer
Sir,
it the
you
way
do
that you
realize
want them
that you
to.
called a crisis line and we're here for
That's right, I called a
emotional
crisis line.
support, provide resources, and we also do suicide prevention. So we do like to check in on your safety and we do have to ask questions. So it's not to trigger any feelings or emotions. It's just to simply check in on your safety and your state of mind with everything that you have going on.
Ma'am, I can't hardly comprehend most of what you're saying because I have an ear infection. And because I am so exhausted from listening to people talk all day long.
Okay, what I stated was we are a crisis line. We do provide emotional support and resources, but we also provide suicide prevention. So we do check in on your safety and we do ask those questions, especially when you present with such an overwhelming amount of stress that you're going through. So it's not to trigger you or to trigger any type of emotions or spark any thoughts in your mind. It's just to simply check in on your safety because that's what we're here for.
Ma'am, pushing people to commit suicide is not okay.
And that's not what we're doing at all. By asking a question, that's not going to push anyone to do that. Unless it's something that's already in your mind, and that's what I'm asking and trying to figure out if that is something that's on your mind already. But me asking that is not pushing you to do that.
Ma'am, I got a lot of evidence of child molesters, child abuse, child rapists. I don't care about any of this psychobabble bullshit. What I care about is stopping the predators. What I care about is the safety of my friends and family.
And I'm glad that you're willing to be that protector for your friends and family. You continue to advocate to make sure that they get what they need.
Don't none of them give a shit. I still advocate for black people and they don't give a fuck about me. I still advocate for women. They don't give a fuck about me. I still advocate for drunkies and druggies, but they don't give a fuck about me. You know what fighting for people's rights has done to me? You know what it's cost me?
No, I'm not sure.
And then I get to deal with soldiers coming home and telling me what I owe them because they went and shot people in foreign countries for rights we don't even have here in this one. You people are the reason people commit suicide.
Okay, sir, is there something that I can help you with in order for me to be able to help others?
Are you going to help others?
Yes, as best as I can within my power and what I'm
You'll
able
ask
to
them
do.
about suicide
Absolutely.
and you'll try to shove them onto 211. Or you tell them, oh, do you have any local services? Yeah.
Yeah, well, like you stated before, this is, we don't have any resources for civilians, and I do apologize for that. We just have resources for the veterans and military. That's
That's right,
probably why
because
you
civilians
were
don't
getting
matter.
transferred over
None of
to
us matter.
your civilian line.
Not my civilian line. That ain't my line.
To your local civilian line. That's
Ain't
in
no
your
local
area.
civilian line going to help me out. Are you kidding me? It occurs to me that you are incapable of comprehending the English language.
No, I hear exactly what you're saying. I'm not sure if you're
No.
understanding
You
what I'm
hear words and
exactly
sounds.
saying.
You hear words and sounds. But you do not
Okay, is
connect the
there something
meaning
that I can help
because
you with?
you're too busy trying to do what everybody else does. Push a specific agenda and spout specific bullshit. But you get people killed, plain and simple. You get innocent
Well,
victims
sir, I
killed.
can't change laws and create something that's not there. If I could, I definitely would, but I can't. So all I'm able to do is simply have a conversation with you and provide any type of emotional support. But if that's not something you're looking for, then I could definitely.
Holy shit, you're good at putting words in people's mouths. No, those aren't my words. See, that's the thing, is that I can't get a word in edgeways. Why bother trying? Even if I do get to say it, it's going to go in one ear and out the other. I mean, I would
Okay, well,
really
that's
like
what
to
I'm
talk
trying
to
to
somebody who
understand.
doesn't think they're a
What are you
pretty
trying to
princess.
say?
Do what?
Yeah, I'm definitely willing to listen to what you have to say.
I doubt it. I don't want to be nice to any of you. None of you.
You don't have
I
to be so
pray.
nice, but you do
Matter of
have to
fact,
be
as soon as I get off
respectful.
the phone with you, I'm going to pray that all of you filthy animals have to go through what I've had to deal with for the last 7 years. I'm going to pray that you get
And I
abused in
definitely
exactly
hope
the
that
same
this doesn't
ways.
happen.
I'm going to
But
pray
if
that
you
your
are ever
friends
in a
and family
crisis,
have to
you
go
can
through
give
the
us a
same
call
shit.
back, okay? Take care.
Fuck off, you stupid cunt. Not sure if you notice how that works. Ain't no fucking reason to be nice to these people no more. Now what's this one? Oh, it's another missed call.
You've reached the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. Para español, marque el número 2. Your call is now being transferred to the Veterans Crisis Line. Your call will be recorded. Your call may be monitored for quality assurance purposes. During the silent transfer, you may hear beeps. Please stay on the line as your call is transferred to the next available VCL responder.
Thank you for calling the Veterans and Military Crisis Line. My name is Monica. How may I help you today? Hello?
Hello.
Hi, thank you for calling the Veterans and Military Crisis Line. My name
And
is
I'd really
Monica.
like
How
to
may I
talk to a man who's not going to turn into a butthurt little bitch. I really would. I would really like to talk to somebody who can actually listen to me without turning everything into something about them. People's lives are at fucking stake, and you butthurt little bitches won't stop making it about you. We are taught to protect you from birth. You are taught how to manipulate us. I'm tired of being victimized by fucking manipulators. I'm tired of being talked over and disrespected and told that I'm the one that's being disrespectful. How much bullshit do you expect us to go through? I don't want to be anywhere near a woman. I don't want to fucking see one. I don't want to be anywhere near women. Do you know why?
No, sir, I don't.
Because if you have a bad fucking day, I go to jail. If I tell you no, and you don't want to take no for an answer, I go to jail. If people are threatening to kill my friends and family, but you won't shut the fuck up about suicide, and I need you to shut the fuck about suicide so that I can tell you about actual crimes being committed, what's going to happen? I'm going to get talked over. Every time. When it's not what you want to hear. I'm going to get to hear you making things personal that are not even about you. Supposed to be a crisis line, and you focus on just suicide like crack. You do realize that when someone has just been raped, that is a crisis, right? When someone has just been assaulted, that is a crisis, right? What part of that crisis do you care about? You only care if they want to kill themselves or others. You don't care if people are hurting them or their friends and families. And of course, if we're bullied to the point that we want our lives to end, we're not allowed to say that either. I already know what all of you do. You try to hem people up with that suicide bullshit. When you antagonize the situation and give the victim absolutely zero fucking hope. Yeah, that's what pushes people to suicide. It's not being raped by your daddy that leads to cutting your wrists. It's when you went to your mommy about it and she didn't fucking listen that led you cutting your wrists. Well, boys don't scrape their wrists with a lady bick.
Anything I can assist you with? How can I assist you tonight?
There ain't much left of me, and you can thank yourselves for that, and your policies and your protocols, your hiring practices, and of course, this quite unfair sexism that we all have to deal with. I'm not the dude that women throw themselves at. I'm the one who gets treated like trash, and I'm the one that they come to when they need something. Well, I can't do most of the stuff that women need, and I certainly don't want any of them touching my private parts.
Okay. So when you called the Veterans and Military Crisis Line, how were you hoping that we could assist you this evening?
Well, I was hoping that one of y'all might actually be a mandated reporter and might actually care about human beings. Same as always. People take advantage of the fact that I'm disabled every single day. And then I'm told it's my fault for being disabled. Yay. There are people who are dead because the cops didn't want to listen to me. Isn't it a wonderful day? I'm not allowed to have a bad day. I'm not allowed to be sad. I'm not allowed to be afraid for my friends or family. I'm not allowed to have any reaction to abuse whatsoever, or I'm a horrible monster. That's how it is when you're homeless, especially as a man.
I understand everything that you're proceeding and going through, and it sounds horrible, but I'm still trying to see how I can assist you tonight.
You can help get assisted suicide legal so that we can die with dignity instead of having to call suicide hotline to be bullied. You know, if I hadn't had the hope that somebody on this planet actually gives a shit, I would have killed myself a long time ago. Oh yeah, by the way, I tried. Do you know why? Because none of you gave a fuck. None of you cared. Over and over again. You let them bully me until I attempted suicide. And then you want to fucking use that to harm me every time that I try to turn in predators. Because I tried to kill myself because none of you pieces of shit cared.
Well, it's very difficult for me to help you or to understand when you're continuing to yell at me and use disrespectful language. I'll be happy to help you, but...
And this is the problem with talking to bitches. Whether you're a man or a woman, if you're a fucking butthurt little bitch, you need to get the fuck off of this line and get a real fucking job.
At this time, I'm going to end
You get people killed, you stupid cunt. Hang the fuck up on me.
You've reached the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. Para España. Your call is now being transferred to the Veterans Crisis Line. Your call will be recorded. Your call may be monitored for quality assurance purposes. During the silent transfer, you may hear beeps. Please stay on the line as your call is transferred to the next available VCL responder. I've reached the Veteran and Military Crisis Line. Regina speaking. How can I help you?
You can help get assisted suicide legal instead of victimizing the victims.
Sorry, sir. Are you having thoughts of suicide right now?
No. I'm having thoughts of going down to the 988 hotline office and burning it to the ground. It's a good thing that I'm not motivated to do that, isn't it?
Who am I speaking to?
You're speaking to someone who doesn't like you, who doesn't like any of you, who is disgusted by all of you. Maybe if you listen to some of the recordings that I've made over the years of you guys being complete shits to the homeless, maybe you'd try to understand. When police don't want to do their jobs, they pawn us off on you shitheads. And then we're stuck talking to women who disrespect us. Talk over us like our abuse is mansplaining, and we must not understand what abuse really is.
Sir, have you thought about suicide or ever tried to take your life in the past?
Ma'am, I tried to turn in abuse against me and my friends and family. And any of you services, including the ones you send me to, all they care about is the billing acceptability.
you a veteran?
Nope.
Tell me what I can do to help you today.
Well, it's obvious that none of y'all are ever going to help to turn in crimes committed against us. And you're not going to speak out about how horrible it is that we are sent to you by law enforcement officer over and over and over again, sent to 911 only to be arrested for calling 911. I don't think you understand what it's like to be targeted or to be harmed. I don't think you've got any clue.
No, I don't.
Now, when it comes to actual abuse, yeah, sometimes I'm going to curse to put inflection in there. See, I started off talking nicely. And every person who blows me off expects me to start talking to the next asshole ever so nicely. How many calls you got to make to a place before you're allowed to tell them what useless pieces of shit they are?
Well, I'm going to go ahead and let you go.
I kind of fucking figured you useless piece of shit.
The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. Para Español. Your call is now being transferred to the Veterans Crisis Line. Your call will be recorded. Your call may be monitored for quality assurance purposes. During the silent transfer, you may hear beeps. Please stay on the line as your call is transferred to the next available VCL responder.
Thank you for calling the Veteran and Military Crisis Line. This is Nicole. How can I help you?
Well, I can hear myself echoing.
Yeah, give me 1 second. Something's going on here. Just 1 moment for me, please. I am fixing my issue here. Okay, there we go. I'm so sorry for that.
Yep.
How can I help today?
You can help to get assisted suicide legal in this state for disabled and at-risk adults, because obviously y'all ain't going to do shit to help stop the abuse. No matter what phone number you send me to, they're just going to do the same thing as you do. Send me to other phone numbers and tell me that they're referring me to services. No, they're giving me phone numbers. That's not help for anyone.
Okay,
When an at-risk and disabled adult is abused by the police, you have one chance to turn it in. And none of you have ever done that. No, you have helped my predators to get away with me, with harming me repeatedly. See, instead of doing something about the abuse against men, no, we got to go to you. You women control all of the service industry. Do you understand that? Women are the most likely people to be serial killers. Did you know that? Serial killer nurses have created more bodies than all other serial killers in this country combined. Men are a lot more likely to be the victims of violent crimes, but none of y'all want to hear that. Women are 5 times more likely to physically assault their children. 59% of all filicides committed by women. Filicide is when you kill your own child. We went well beyond this being acceptable literally days ago.
What happened days ago? What do you mean?
I've been on the phone literally for about 7 years. I've spent the last 3 days straight on the phone hoping that one of you actually cares about other human beings, but you don't. You're there for a paycheck.
Okay. So, what was it you're trying to get accomplished today?
I was trying to turn in predators and stopping abuse, but it didn't work. All anybody cared about, they didn't care about people threatening to kill me. They didn't care about people assaulting me. They didn't care about people threatening to kill my friends and family. They didn't care about any of that. All they cared about was the billing acceptability. Sean, are you thinking about hurting yourself for others?
Well, yeah. Any thoughts about ending your own life today?
Do what?
Any thoughts about ending your life today?
Now, you do know that's a trick question. And that's the problem with you.
How's that a trick question? How's that? Yes, sir. Do you want to end your life
Because
today?
it discredits the victim, and you goddamn well know it. If a victim is punished until they want their life to end, if you gaslight someone until they beg for death, you harm them.
I can hear. No, I don't want to harm you at all. Have you spoken to the police about your abusers? Which is what I was asking initially.
I've tried. They won't listen to me. They keep pawning me off on you guys. And others.
We're not law enforcement. We can't enforce any law.
I'm well aware that you're not law enforcement. That's why all of you need to tell law enforcement to do their own jobs. Law enforcement refuse to do their jobs and pawn me off on mental health. Maybe, as mandated reporters, you might mention that you're not going to investigate anything and that you don't care who harms the victim. I don't have nice things to say anymore. You done ruined it. All of you. Men and women. You don't give a shit about the victims. You don't.
That's not accurate.
It's entirely accurate.
Okay.
I got 3 days worth of recordings of people at 988 acting retarded.
Congratulations. How can I help you?
You can help to get assisted suicide legal. I've already gone to you to try to turn in the crimes that were committed against me. I've already gone to 988 and every other agency. If you're not going to fucking help me stop abuse, then God damn it, help me put a stop to my life. There has got to be a way to get it legal. It is not okay for all of you services to profit off of victimizing at-risk and disabled adults on the streets.
Okay. That's definitely not our goal. We are here to help. I hope you
You know what? I can say it's not my goal to get pregnant, but if I go to a bar and get drunk and spread my legs, I'm probably going to get pregnant.
oh wow.
Obviously not. I don't have the parts to get pregnant.
Oh, so that would be kind of difficult. I get it.
The thing is that I've been running around for 7 years, all right? And every time I try to turn in the abuse, I am talked over. That is fucking dismissive. It is abusive. When all people care about is the suicide thing that dismisses the victim. If you harm the victim until they want their life to end, and then you have them locked up, which is what fucking happens. Have you not thought this fucking through before getting such a shitty fucking job that destroys the lives of victims? When we're victimized to the point that we want our lives to end, and we're trying to get help stopping the abuse, what do you focus on? You ignore the abuse and only care.
No ignoring.
Do what?
No. If you call the incorrect place, you can't get the help that you need.
Don't give me that fucking bullshit. A mandated reporter is a mandated reporter. No, you're already women-splaining at me. You're already talking to me like I'm fucking retarded. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Nothing wrong with me at all.
Bullshit! You can't shut the fuck up!
Stop yelling at me. Stop yelling at me.
Stop yelling at me! Oh no!
I'm not yelling.
Oh no! Shut the fuck up!
Listen.
Stop pushing people to suicide.
You've reached the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. Your call is now being transferred to the Veterans Crisis Line. Your call will be recorded. Your call may be monitored for quality assurance purposes. During the silent transfer, you may hear beeps. Please stay on the line as your call is transferred to the next available VCL responder. Reached the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. Your call is now being transferred to the Veterans Crisis Line. Your call will be recorded. Your call may be monitored for quality assurance purposes. During the silent transfer, you may hear beeps. Please stay on the line as your call is transferred to the next available VCL responder.
Thank you for calling the Veterans and Military Crisis Line. My name is Tierra. How can I help you?
I don't understand why nobody's nuked Virginia yet.
Who's supposed to be moving to Virginia?
Nobody's moving to Virginia. It's a shitty place.
Oh, okay.
The people there are all fake. They'll talk shit behind your back and then say, bless her heart, and it's magically okay. Her husband is so stupid, bless his heart.
Okay.
I
So
called
was there
y'all
anything
up
that
for
I'm
help
able to
once.
assist you with today?
Matter of fact, I called y'all up for help a lot. But y'all didn't help.
Okay.
You just talked over me. Over and over
How
and
can I
over
help you
again.
today?
Not giving a shit about the abuse that I go through. Woman's explaining at me like, because I'm a dude, I must be too stupid to understand the English language. Meanwhile, I'm hearing what you're saying, you ain't hearing what I'm saying. And I'm tired of that. I'm tired of the sexism. I'm tired of being blamed for what men did. Because not all men are doing those things. But it's pretty obvious that, yeah, men need to be abusing women now. We have to do that. That is something that needs to become mandatory. To treat women how they treat us. If a woman punches you in the face, you should be allowed to punch the dumb cunt back.
Okay, sir, are you having thoughts of suicide this morning?
And I knew that's where you were going. You're welcome.
Okay, well, are you having thoughts of suicide this morning?
Holy shit. You know, here's the thing is that I called the 988 Lifeline a few days ago. Things wasn't too bad. But you know, over time, people calling up and y'all playing stupid. Y'all do realize that you get people killed doing that, right? That when all you care about
Sir, how
is
can I help you this
whether or
morning?
not they trying to
How
kill
am I able to
themselves.
assist you this morning?
Do what?
How am I able to assist you this morning?
You can take my verbal abuse the way that I have to take it because you don't care. On the bright side, I'm not able to
like you're
physically
receiving
abuse you
verbal
through the
abuse?
phone.
Is it causing you to have thoughts of suicide this morning?
I'm not paying attention to a goddamn word you're saying. I'm just giving you equal treatment.
Okay, so you prefer not to answer that?
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Do they fucking like it? Do they? I'm fucking sick and tired of talking nice. I'm sick and tired of pretending like these fucking people give a shit. Why the fuck are they sending me around in goddamn circles? Maybe they should actually stop and fucking listen. But you know what? They ain't gonna listen, so I'm done fucking being nice. I'm just gonna call them up and tell them all what shitty fucking people they are. Because I don't have a friend or family member that gives a fuck. I gotta go to fucking shithole lines. Yay! Fucking yay! Ain't none of y'all good people. Not a single fucking one of you. Here I am. I still got a little over a quarter of a tank of gas. Isn't that swell? You notice how those dumb cunts wanted to slide that stupid shit in anyway? I told them not to play those fucking games with me. But no, they want to talk to me every time like I'm fucking retarded. Like, hey, you dumb bitch, I've already talked to your fucking channel. Holy hell. While you guys are busy ignoring this shit and getting people killed, at least I'm speaking up. At least I'm giving out some equality. You're all shit for watching my channel for entertainment. Women should not be allowed on crisis lines. They should not be allowed in schools, and they should not allowed to be nurses. What has allowing women to be nurses done? It's resulted in female nurses having the highest body count of any serial killers in America. But sure, it's men's fault, right? Always men's fault. It's a man's fault because he told her no. I'm tired of women expecting respect out of me. And I'm sick of them giving only disrespect towards me. You get to hear how many of these dumb cunts wanted to make issues about them. Well, you know what? I'm tired of dumb cunts playing victim. I will fucking stream at you. You want to pretend like I might call you a bitch? I can call you a bitch. You want to pretend that I'm yelling at you? I will let you know what yelling fucking is. See, that's the thing with these dumb cunts. When they don't get what the fuck they want, they'll dig for any goddamn excuse. You must be yelling at them. How many of these dumb cunts hung up on me for being disrespectful when I wasn't being disrespectful? I was trying to get them to shut the fuck up and listen to the victim. Rule number 1, shut the fuck up. You can listen to the victim. Even if you got fucking tits. All right? Unless you have some massive titties that you done tied around your damn head, your titties don't make you deaf. Titties do not make you deaf. It's true. Those titties didn't make you deaf, and they also didn't make you disrespectful. No, your expectations made you disrespectful. The expectation that a man should just give you what you want when you want it. And if he don't read your goddamn mind about what you want, well, holy fuck, he's a horrible excuse for a human being, eh? God bless America. The more abuse I take, the more I give it back to my predators. That includes 988 Lifeline. When people want to tell me I gotta respect the veterans, no the fuck I don't. My heroes don't kill people. And ask. God bless Mexico. Huh? Okay. I've never been there. I always wanted to learn Spanish, but never really had any Spanish people to speak it with. Fuck, my mouth isn't working right. I'm fucking cold. I need a fucking blanket. I could use a blanket. I can't afford to go up to camp. I'm fucking stuck here. All these places that people tell me to go to, if I had a friend to help me with that instead of fucking bullshitters playing fucking head games. But none of you fucking care. Not any more than any of these women do. These people are fucking shit. There's lots of decent women in the world, but none of them work for 988. There's probably some really, really nice nurses in the world, but I just simply don't know any of them. Mexican 445 typed God bless Mexico, and then he typed, how can I grow a beard like yours? Well, first of all, you gotta be willing to run, jump, or swim. If you're not laughing right now, you ain't paid attention to my story. I can't run, I can't jump, and I can't swim. I can't do any of those things. I tell you what, Mexican 445, you can have any part of me you want, as long as you put me in the grave. The saddest thing is that those of you who think I was mean in this video, I have let's see. Nope, that ain't it. That ain't it. Yeah, but I got too much shit in this car. I want to see how long I verbally abused these people. Let's see. That ain't it. Quijotos. Oh, that one's not going to work, apparently. Alright, we'll set it up here. You know, if I had slightly better abilities, I'd take some of my juiciest and meanest videos and I'd sell them as Schwartzy's private reserve. Y'all are disgusting people. Everybody who watches my channel and doesn't try coming forward with this shit. Gross. Good people don't fucking do that. Good people don't take advantage of at-risk adults. In between the nice videos that I made and the not so nice videos that I made, I made a few real shitty videos letting people know exactly how I feel. Now these dumb cunts are too stupid. Too stupid. Mexican 445 type, how can I be like you? I'd recommend not being like me. Doing the right thing is a selfless reward. Fighting for people's rights that don't give two shits about you, a selfish reward. Selfish reward on that one. Everyone's rewarded but you, and it's thankless. I'm not sure if you noticed, but the people that I'm calling on 988 Lifeline, they don't care. They have a routine they want to follow. And they're digging for that excuse to call you in and have you locked up. That's all they do. Send you around in circles till you commit suicide. And that's not okay. I get to hear about how violent men are. Violent. Oh, I get it. I see it. I do. And it's nearly always over a woman. I want to get completely away from women. Entirely away from them. I'm tired of being lied to. I'm tired of being bullied. I'm tired of being manipulated. I'm tired of taking abuse and being treated like I'm a bad person for having a trauma reaction. I'm tired of taking bullying from women. But you know what? I'm tired of taking bullying from men too. I'm tired of my gay friends pretending like their problems must be worse than me just because they're gay. I'm tired of my women friends pretending like their problems must be worse than mine just because they're women. I speak out about inequality. I literally can't take care of myself. I stick up for black people, but I ain't black, so I don't matter. I'm the oppressor, even though I'm flat broke. I'm the oppressor. Because of the color of my skin, I must be trying to keep everyone down, right? If a woman is harmed, we drop what we're doing right away, don't we? Well, you can't do that anymore. You can't hold a door open for a woman. You can't approach a woman and have a conversation with her. Hell, you can't even tell a woman in a parking lot who dropped her pacifier that she dropped a pacifier. A lot of people want to tell me not to go hard on them addicts. They can't help themselves. They can't help themselves. You know what? I drink like a fish. I could help myself. Between quitting drinking or going to one of them whiny fucking sissy meetings, I wasn't going to listen to a bunch of goddamn addicts whining about how they destroyed other people's lives for them. For me, I'm an alcoholic who destroyed everyone's life around me. For me. Yeah, for you. I was gonna play a part of a video that, well, if I had my way, it'd be public. Y'all think my mouth is fucking filthy. You know, I'm capable, entirely capable of getting other people to feel the way that I do. Natalie Bollinger told me who the predators were in her life. She even typed to me about it. Now, if I'd have known what a fucked up person she was going to end up being, I would have done things differently. Flying all over the fucking place. Apparently I ain't allowed to get frustrated. If I get frustrated, it means I'm evil, right? Y'all can probably tell I'm having communication issues right now. What do these people do at 988 or any of these other lines? Shit, once I get to this point, they capitalize on it to the max. I went to them for help. They didn't fucking care. That's the problem with going to women for help. Women should not be in healthcare. We have trained them not to listen to men. All they're going to do is victimize us. We should not have women in healthcare. We have taught women not to be impartial, to take everything as a fucking insult. If she does something wrong, that's exactly what she's going to do. Play victim. You can't tell a woman about your abuse, no matter what organization she works for. You have the penis. You're automatically assumed to be guilty by both men and women. Oh, I think I went the wrong way on this road. I certainly did. Fuck it. See, that's the thing about not getting much sleep. I ended up going the wrong way. Of course, okay for people to treat me this way. It's not okay for me to treat them that way, right? I can't function. It's not safe for me to drive. But what do they give a shit, right? I told some of them people I hope they have to do everything that they put me through. I also want to say thank you to all the brown skinned folks who've been good to me. They have. I want to thank that lady in Hood River that didn't speak any English for having her 14-year-old son fix my car. I want to thank Carlos for helping me get off the side of the road yesterday. When I talk about how bad Tillamook is, I'm not talking about y'all. Mm-hmm. Why couldn't they just leave me the fuck alone? Why couldn't Natalie and Alicia Bollinger just leave me the fuck alone? Why couldn't Maddie Bowe just leave me the fuck alone? I'm sick of all you shits getting on here for entertainment. I need help stopping this abuse. You have any idea how difficult it is to concentrate when you're fucking freezing? There are no good Americans. None. Thank you. Oh. Oh. Fuck this goddamn country and everyone in it. I'm tired of being shat on by women who just think that talking over me is okay because I'm a man. I deserve it. I deserve to take abuse for all the shit that people did to them, right? It's okay to blame all men because you're a fucking idiot. It's okay to blame all men because you only date assholes. Like, holy shit, do you ever stop to consider all the men that have helped you out and not demanded a fucking blowjob? Fucking freezing. I got a paper thin shirt here. Maybe draping it across my lap will do something. I don't fucking know. Ain't none of y'all good people. Not a single one. And that's really sad and really pathetic. When people type at me that they're sorry, wrong choice of words there, bud. The word is pathetic. Pathetic. Y'all are complete and total shit. When a disabled adult is victimized, it's not their fault. It's the fault of everybody they went to who blew them off. Because we're not allowed to fucking defend ourselves unless someone gives a shit. If any of you were good people, you would have put one right through my head already. Or helped me to clear my name. But none of y'all helped me to turn the evidence in. None of you helped me to process it. You just get on here and fucking type at me for entertainment. Gross. At least it says coffee is warm. The problem with Suicide Lifeline is they don't give a fuck about your life. They want to make sure that they weasel in that checklist. I better go drive to Tillamook Sporting Goods, try to get some goddamn sleep. That's what's gonna happen. I got some coffee tonight, so it might. It's already 5 a.m. Take me to Tillamook Sporting Goods.
All right, Tillamook Sporting Goods. Let's go. Tillamook Sporting Goods may be closed by the time you arrive. Head south on Main Avenue towards 7th Street.
Fuck all of you. I don't care if you've been watching my channel for a day or a year. You're still shit for just watching.
In 600 feet, turn left onto 9th Street. Take the next left onto US 101 North Pacific Avenue. Continue on US 101 North for 1.5 miles. right.
On the bright side, I do collect the information I need to on my goddamn predators. Just that none of you goddamn pieces of shit give a fuck. You're all cowards. Yeah, I've taken ass whoopings for others quite a few times. They got a big goddamn mouth. Oh. Just ain't no good people left in the world. You're all cowards. I'm scared, but at least I speak up. Am I verbally abusive? You goddamn right I am. Before you go bitching at me about it, maybe try finding out why. You're all pieces of shit, every goddamn one of you. Even if I like you, it don't make no difference. If you like a dog, it's still a dog. If you like a turd, it's still a turd. Also, this idea that you can make a man change, well, you can't make him fall in love with you, but you can certainly destroy his life enough that he's not a man anymore. He's just a ball of hate. Anyway, I think I made up for being too nice in the last few calls. It's pathetic that they were more respectful when I treated them like shit, isn't it? Of course, they also went out of their way to become even more sly at that point. Making sure they get that bullshit off that checklist done. Fuck this goddamn country and everyone in it. I might say that one or two more times before I die, who knows? Maybe I'll live forever, let's hope not. Y'all have made my life hell. I hope that you feel the same about me. You should have done something other than being a useless and selfish piece of fucking alcoholic shit. Woulda, shoulda, coulda. Y'all are used to telling me what I woulda, shoulda, coulda done. But you fucking whine like mules the moment you get a tiny bit of it back. Sad. Good people don't do the shit that you've done. Good people don't get onto a channel like this for entertainment. You're all complete and total shit, every goddamn one.